The return of the Strava ghost. Somewhere in the depths of the Strava servers, after 3 long years of digital silence, a notification appeared that caused a global meltdown among cycling nerds, endurance junkies and people who compulsively refresh KOM leaderboards for self-validation. So the post read, quote, Mathieu van der Poel posted a new activity. Is this my comeback? Was the moment the internet exploded. Yeah, you heard that right. Mathieu van der Poel questioning himself on whether he's going to start posting on Strava again. This guy is like the reigning monarch of chaos, the man who can win on cobbles, mud and tarmac with equal disdain for human limitations. He'd returned to Strava after 3 years of just taking a break. Not with a crushing 400-watt solo ride or a soul-destroying interval session, but with a 10-kilometer run. A run. The same Mathieu van der Poel who once said that he doesn't like, quote, boring aerobic stuff because he, quote, prefers to just go hard, was now out there on foot, clocking a seriously fast time. So he ran 10k in 33 minutes and 52 seconds. That's a 3 minute and 22 second per kilometer pace, or in non-European units, fast enough to make your local parkrun champion cry. For reference, that's a time that would podium at most amateur 10ks. For a world champion cyclist who hasn't raced in months, it's downright terrifying. The post title, quote, Is this my comeback, only makes it even more mysterious. Fans immediately flooded the comment section like crazy people, decoding crops running from Pogacar. Did Red Bull sponsor a triathlon and forget to tell us? Even professional analysts were confused, because this wasn't just a jog, it was a statement. See, for a normal human, running 10k at 3:22 pace for a kilometre would be the athletic highlight of a lifetime. For Van der Poel, it looked like he just woke up, tied his shoes and thought, let's terrify everyone today. And then he just casually uploaded it to Strava, something that he hasn't done since 2021. That's like if Taylor Swift randomly posted a demo track to SoundCloud and didn't explain it. The world would descend into chaos. Fans started scrambling to interpret the clues. Was this the sign of something bigger? A comeback to cyclocross? A new training block for the 2026 road season? Or, and this one would spread faster than Pogacar on a time trial climb, was he secretly training for an Ironman? Yeah, I'm going there. It's the Ironman rumour. The idea that the world's most explosively talented cyclist might suddenly decide to become a triathlete. This sent triathlon Twitter into a cardiac arrest. People pointed out that Van der Poel's genetics are freakish enough to handle anything. He's got endurance from his dad Ardre, he's got explosive power from his granddad Raymond Polidor, and probably DNA from whatever planet cyclocross champions come from. So, if anyone could run a 33-minute 10k off the bike, it was going to be him. But running first, without the bike, at that pace, that's insane. To put it into perspective, elite triathletes run 10Ks around 30 to 31 minutes. That's after swimming 1.5 kilometers and biking 40Ks. For Van der Poel to casually post a 33:52 without much running training, when running isn't even his sport, suggests that his baseline fitness is off the charts and that he has potential to go into the 31 and 32 range with running interval training over a few months. Of course, the speculation didn't stop there. Some fans claim that he's using Strava to test how fans react before announcing something big like a multi-sport crossover project or maybe a Red Bull endurance stunt called the Van der Ironman. Others think that he's just trolling because, well, it's Mathieu van der Poel. The man once said his idea of recovery is playing golf and watching chaos unfold. He thrives on confusing people. And that's what makes this comeback so delicious. It's not that he's running, it's that he's chose to show it. For years, Van der Poel's Strava was a ghost town. No training data, no heart rates, no KOM attempts. Fans begged him for uploads, but he stayed silent. Probably because he didn't want to give away race prep or let Tadej Pogacar's analysts peek at his training wattage. After all, Strava in the pro peloton is like a public spy network. Everyone's watching everyone. But this was a deliberate tease. It was kind of like a digital wink. Is this my comeback? It's 5 words and it's a masterpiece of trolling. Because yes, technically it is a comeback, just not the one anyone expected. Meanwhile, the fan reactions kept spiraling. One user said, quote, 33:52. I can't even run to the fridge at that pace. Another person wrote, does this mean that he's quitting cycling for running? My whole personality is collapsing. Somebody else wrote, so he disappears for 3 years and returns by humiliating every recreational runner on the planet. Welcome to the Van der Poel experience, where the man doesn't just compete, he haunts you. And then came the deeper questions. Why run at all if you're a cyclist? Because, let's be honest, professional cyclists don't like running in general. Their bodies are fine-tuned to pedal at 100 RPM for hours, not pound pavement and risk calf cramps. Running feels alien to them. Even Pogacar admitted in interviews that if he tries running, his legs feel, quote, like cement blocks filled with regret. So why is Van der Poel doing it? And why now? The simplest theory is that he's just bored. After a chaotic few years, cyclocross world titles, Tour de France stage win, a world championship, and a mountain bike Olympic prep phase, he's earned some off-season madness. Running gives him variety, a mental break, and maybe a sense of normality. But the deeper theory is more fun. Maybe he's experimenting. Van der Poel's known for pushing boundaries. He's always mixing disciplines, changing his training, and breaking every rule of the traditional cycling periodization. So when he suddenly reappears on Strava with a mysterious run, it feels calculated, like the opening scene of a thriller where you know something big is about to happen. Because that 10k, that's not a casual jog, that's an athlete testing his limits, or teasing a new challenge. The mystery of the hidden workouts. So here's where things get really spicy. After fans stopped hyperventilating over the 33-minute 10k, analysts started zooming in. They realised something crucial. Van der Poel didn't post any of his cycling rides, just that run. 3 years of radio silence and then one run. It's just suspicious. And this is where theory number 2 emerges, the Strava decoy theory. In short, Mathieu van der Poel has decided to rejoin Strava, but only to mess with everyone's heads. He'll post harmless activities, maybe a casual jog, a coffee ride, or a 20-minute activity recovery spin. It's genius. By distracting fans with running data, he keeps his real training invisible. A magician never reveals his tricks, and Van der Poel's legs are basically Houdini. Remember, this is the same guy who once claimed that he doesn't care about power meters during races because feel is more important. The idea that he'd suddenly upload detailed cycling data for all of us to see? Not a chance. But a random run titled, "Is This My Comeback?" That's exactly the kind of subtle trolling that this guy lives for. And it worked. Everyone went crazy. Triathlons even went crazy because they thought they had to prepare for Mathieu van der Poel to turn up. Even Strava's servers probably had to reboot. Because here's the thing, Van der Poel knows his influence. He knows that one Strava post from his carriers more hype than 50 training uploads from the average World Tour team combined. Thanks for watching today's video. Leave a like on the video for good luck, and subscribe if this is your first time here to stay up to date with all of the latest cycling news. Also, comment down below your opinion in the comment section below this video.